So in this unit, we'll review how energy enters and leaves an ecosystem, but how the nutrients are recycled. We'll also take a look at how the carbon cycle plays an important role in ecosystems. So as we examined in previous units, plants take in carbon dioxide through tiny little pores in the bottom of their leaves, called stomata. When they combine this with water from the roots, the carbon in the atmospheric carbon dioxide is transformed into chemical energy in the molecule called glucose. So this is your short review on photosynthesis. Plants use light energy to transform carbon dioxide and water into glucose, or sugar molecules, and also give off oxygen. Plants and animals use this energy and glucose to perform cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is unlocking the chemical energy that's within glucose, in the presence of oxygen, to make ATP energy. Along with that, the byproducts carbon dioxide and water are also produced. So while it's great to know each of these processes individually, this is where the real concept matters. Photosynthesis is the exact opposite process of cellular respiration, meaning that these chemicals that are locked inside the bonds of each of these molecules is actually cyclic. So whereas light energy from the sun is transformed into chemical energy through the process of photosynthesis, and then broken down into another form of chemical energy called ATP, we can see that energy actually enters and then leaves the ecosystem. Whereas matter, such as carbon, oxygens, and hydrogens, are transferred from air, water, and soil into plants. And when we eat these plants, we release the matter back into its elemental forms, back into the ecosystem. So the same matter that entered through plants keeps on getting cycled over and over and over again. This diagram shows how the element carbon is cycled through an ecosystem. Plants uptake it, store it, transform into petroleum products. Sometimes we use it as fuels, and it gets used as transportation in our industry, commercial uses, or residential uses. So as we use this carbon for human consumption, it gets cycled back into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide and continues going through the ecosystem. So this is a picture of my most recent trip to Indonesia. We visited a volcano called Mount Bromo, where the volcano is releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Plants absorb the carbon dioxide through photosynthesis, which fixates the atmospheric carbon into living organisms. The plant carbohydrates then are transferred to animals, where the plants die, returning the carbon to the ground. Then it's released back into the atmosphere, and it's a continuous cycling of all this matter. So while energy enters and leaves an ecosystem, it's important to note that nutrients like carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus make a continuous cycle through the ecosystem.